dog while Mike's doing the recap. I'll be right back.
And they heard that because we are live.
Woo! I'm going to feed my dog. I'm a good dog owner, okay? It's not a bad thing that they heard that.
One of us is being a responsible human being.
Okay. Thank you for joining us for tonight's session of Sins of the Fallen. Where we last left off, the party was finishing up some loose threads around the city before possibly leaving. They divvied up the money that they had gotten from Lady Augusto, sans the lump sum that they deposited into a bank account to be used later on without telling the NPCs and half of the actual party. They decided, though, after finding out about a exhibition, a public display of something that Matha was ready to show the common folk, that they would go and see that. So they traveled to the fairgrounds south of the city in order to see the demonstration, of which consisted of a blimp-style airship that the Massa and Empire as a whole was proud to show off. Anybody was welcome to take a look inside of the ship for a modest fee, of which several of the party members decided to do. And afterwards, realizing that they weren't allowed to look in the engine room, Kat thought it would be a good idea to sneak aboard the ship and try to get a look inside the engine room, to which she was caught by some kind of official that was undercover. Yeah. An undercover agent, if you will, who had dispelled the invisibility on her. So she was able to go under the guise that she was the familiar of another mage. However, all that did was make the agent take her into custody by trapping her inside of a jar and taking her to a tent where several other undercover agents were gathering, as it was near the end of the display. And they decided to take her with them by throwing her into a box. All of this, the party has no ideas going on, as though Kit knows that Kat was caught, as her invisibility spell was dispelled, she didn't see Kat get off of the ship, and so believes that Kat is still on the ship as it flies away from the fairgrounds, with Inkblot following behind to see where it goes. And we ended with, as the ship took off, Ruby heard a high-pitched scream that only she heard, as the scream was in a language that only she understands. And that's where we'll pick back up.
Great, super. Yay.
So, what would the party like to do? As a reminder, Malkir is not with you because Malkir went to go schmooze with the lower
It's
nobles.
true.
Yeah.
He's schmoozing.
Amazing.
What a great word, schmooze.
I truly think we can make the subtitle of this campaign "Always Split the Party."
Yeah, kind of. Our group name would just be like the Never Togethers, like. And I'm not
Well,
wrong.
now that's going to stick now.
Yep.
For short, the Never Tease.
Why not make ourselves just the NFTs, never fucking together?
Oh, there you go. We're the NFTs. It's awful and evil and perfect.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Ew. Hell. Oh, I guess as we're all now currently looking at Ruby, because you weren't here last week. Ruby, what's wrong?
But just to clarify, did I hear a scream of pain? Am I in pain? Is it just the scream?
It was just the scream. It just hit
Okay.
you on such a level that it made you kind of like out of empathy also like kind of feel a little like in pain,
Yeah.
as you've never heard someone scream in Ignan before.
Yeah. However they're powering that, it's unpleasant. And just kind of shakes her head a little bit. I think it's an elemental. And as I've never heard anything make a sound quite like that, I would imagine it's in quite an amount of pain.
Do you think it's the same one that you saw?
No, we killed that one, right? And by we, I mean whoever that mysterious half-orc was.
Correct.
No, I don't think it's the same one, but I don't want to rule out the possibility that they might have been connected.
Oh, that sucks. Who wants lunch?
What? It just looks over at Casper and it's like, what? My sister is missing and you're thinking about food?
Is that a trick question?
Her eye twitches. I want to get at least within how close do I need to be for this? What is it? 60? How fucking far is this? 60 feet. I need to get within 60 feet of Malkir so that I can telepathically communicate with him and let him know that we are fucking leaving.
Yeah, easy enough. You can wade your way through the crowd, which is already kind of starting to disperse as the ship disappears over the treetops. And you go to the edge of the kind of cordoned off sitting area where the lesser nobility are hanging out, and you can see Malkir as he does stand quite a bit higher up than anyone else there.
And Malkir's head, he'll just hear, I'll hear, we're leaving. And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll go back to the group.
Rejoin the group the moment I get a message of that nature.
Just turn away from whatever conversation you're having and leave.
Do the classic shepherd. I must go. I should go.
It's like an NPC when they're done talking to you and they're like, I'm leaving. Just walk away. And you're like, what? I wasn't done talking to you.
Malkir, as you're leaving, go ahead and make a perception check.
All right. Make sure now have it set for disadvantage. That would not be ideal. 17.
All right. As you excuse yourself and start walking away from the nobility, you can hear the group that you were just talking to in kind of like hushed tones. One of them just says like, "Who was that? Seems rather strange." To which another one was like, "I haven't met him before. I don't know. He has a bit of a sinister look about him." Hmm.
You know, their judgment aside, he will note who he will note future reference. Those ones.
Those ones.
He would not mind stabbing.
Sure.
And you wonder why we're concerned when we leave you.
All right. You leave the schmoozing area and rejoin the party.
He's just like rubbing her temples, just like, ah. I don't even have a
Alright.
clue. I have no idea what to do. I am so just like, no.
I was gonna say, what do you propose we do if your sister is on that ship?
Well, my familiar's following it, so we'll at least know wherever it lands, wherever they keep it. I imagine it can't be that far. And then I guess we'll just have to go check it out.
All right, so first things first is figuring out where they keep it. Where would they keep it?
Well, that's why the familiar's following it, so that once wherever it ends up, Inkblot can then come back and be like, "This is where it is."
Yep.
But until it gets wherever, I mean, it didn't leave all that long ago, right? So we don't exactly know what kind of travel time we're talking here.
Well, all you know is that it's heading to the west.
Yeah.
And to be fair, there is a lot to the west.
Yes, there is. But again, I don't see why they would keep it very far from like the main Massa building if it's not done yet. I mean, it's, enough, but it's not like it's a completed product.
Real, if they're working on it for military capabilities, they probably are keeping it on a He holds up with two very large air quotes, off-site covert government facility.
which I don't know where those are. So
It's been a while since I did wet work, so your guess is as good as mine.
I mean, yeah, I guess our option there's sort of have two options. We can either wait for Inkblot to come back, which is the safer option, or it's breaking into Massa, which I don't recommend doing, but is an option if we need to do it.
Yeah, I'd follow Inkblot, but my flight is very limited at the moment.
Yeah, no, he's a lot more subtle as well, so I think we'll just try to just wait for him to come back, I guess.
Well, do we want to find a place near-ish to Mesa to wait? That way, once you get word, we can move a little bit quicker.
Yeah, I mean, we can just go hang out sort of in that area, and actually, it would actually maybe be better for us to wait at the
There is that
tavern
inn that's
so that.
nearby.
Well,
Yeah.
it would be better for us to probably wait at least where we were already, so that way Inkblot doesn't have to fucking mess around trying to figure out wherever we went.
All right.
So we head back.
We eat lunch.
Yeah, right. True. We eat lunch.
It is at this point you've got stress funnel cake as well.
Have what?
A little hard to hear today, Nestor. I don't know why.
Sorry, I'm also eating.
Oh,
That's,
Right.
probably
that's
it.
understandable then.
Trying not to fucking.
Chew into the mic.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure Tori gets stress funnel cake as well.
Who's Tori?
Sorry, Tori. I have given up slightly on these names.
Next campaign, we'll have someone named Tori.
Yeah, and it
will
won't be either
me.
of the Tories. Yeah, it'll be Joe. Yeah, just to really, really drive home the confusion. A kid just doesn't eat. She's just like staring out the window the entire time whenever we get back.
All right. It does take a bit as there is a long line to get back into the city.
Mm-hmm.
But as you guys don't have any cargo with you, all it takes is a quick look at your forged documents, as well as understanding that the only reason you left the city was for the demonstration, where just about everybody else in the line did.
Yeah.
But after getting through that process, you head back to the inn for a light lunch, some eating more than others. And near the end of your lunch, we'll say Inkblot will return to you.
Oh, go get him. Or I guess I can just, when he lands at the window, I can just pop him into his pocket and then out of his pocket inside.
Or just open the window.
Oh, well, I guess, yeah. Not all windows open.
This is a window on the ground floor of a tavern. Why wouldn't it open?
Yeah, people need to like not throw up in the tavern.
You're gonna do it out the window? That's impressive if you're that drunk.
They're gonna toss themselves out the window first, and then just puke on the ground.
Okay, and then just in their own vomit. Nice. Alright, well then I will open the window for him. And what does he have to tell me?
Yeah, the The ship landed across the river.
Like just across the river, or some ways away after crossing the river?
Like near the water
Oh,
across
okay.
the river.
So not very far then. All right.
For a second, I got confused as far as directions were. I forgot that there was a river right here.
Yes! Maps! They're
Maps.
useful.
Love maps. All right, I will pass this information along. So it's not that far. Did it land in like a building or something, or what? Is just in the open?
There were a few buildings.
There are a lot of people.
Yeah.
How many would you say?
Oh. I didn't really sit and count.
More
Give
than
me your best
2.
guess.
There were more than 2.
Couldn't have been that many staff. They kind of want to keep this covert, away from public eye.
I mean, there's a lot of people that work for the Empire, so. I guess we could wait until it gets dark, and then go check it out.
Well, we still have to get over there too.
Well, yeah, exactly. I don't mean wait till it gets dark and then leave. I just mean when we start investigating, maybe shouldn't do it in broad daylight, because that's suspicious.
Worked for me.
All right.
Sure, I would know roughly how long it would take for us to get there, so.
One small problem. Isn't Cat limited how long she can? What if they find her on the ship, a person that's not supposed to be there?
I have an above board question. Are you able to take short rests when you're wild shaped to regain your wild shape?
Yeah.
Oh!
But mechanically speaking, you have to unwild shape and then re-wild shape.
Not necessarily.
You don't? Really?
You can wild shape while wild shaping.
So you could keep yourself wild shaped.
Yeah,
Fascinating.
because it's a class ability.
Yeah.
And you can do class abilities as long as it's something that your animal form can do. And seeing
Yeah.
how, like, you don't have to concentrate or, like, say any, like, special words or whatever to shape change or anything like that that would require a humanoid body, you can shape change as an animal.
Amazing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how. That's why.
Stands. Ruby would
That's-
have no clue.
That's why archdruids are so fucking broken, because like they have unlimited uses. So as soon as they get low on health in one form, they can just action to turn into a completely different animal with full health.
Yeah. All right. Get smart. She would know this. But yeah,
I'm
no,
sure at
she'll
one
be.
point I got mad at you and was an animal for days.
You know,
Yeah.
let,
I
let's
was like, stop it.
Let's see how smart Kid is. Go ahead and make me an intelligence check.
Okay, I believe. Like, come on. It's a
Is that-
+4. Please.
I want you to have no clue so badly.
Oh, it would be really sad.
All right. So, yeah, you would know that's how Cat's form would work. You would also know, being from this city, that across the river, there is a naval base that protects the capital city from incursions up the river. The only way to get to the naval base is by boat. There's no bridges that cross over the river, as it is a very wide river. And guessing from Inkblot's description of lots of buildings, lots of people,
And that's where that went.
that's most likely where the airship is at the naval base.
I will also then relay this information to the group.
All right.
That's more context than we had before.
And I
Yeah.
imagine that there's not just like a bunch of boats and stuff along this river that go across. Or is like it's fairly you'd have to go fairly far like south before coming across a way to get across.
Well, I mean, there are a lot of like fishing boats, not like little paddle boats, like big fishing
Yeah.
boats, that go up and down the river. You can try to look for a little paddle boat, but if someone catches you in that boat's not going to last for long.
Just get torpedoed by the fucking Navy.
Well, I can't say I've ever had to break into a military base before.
There's a pros for everything.
Yeah, should be a fun little challenge.
Man, I have never been more sad about the fact that I don't have sending in my entire life. Frick. um Okay, if she's still on the boat, it lands there. I feel like she wouldn't stay, she would just leave.
So,
It's not like she wouldn't know where she is. It's not like the capital's, small. She would definitely see it as soon as she's,
able to slip off the boat.
Yeah, and then she'd easily be able to get across the water. Because she can do that now. She can swim.
I can swim.
So then do you just want to wait? This is your sister. I'm not going to make any decisions.
No, I know that, but that's the question of, do we wait? Do we go over? I mean... I'm trying to think. Even if she's okay, so she's on the boat, and then what if she's caught on the boat? Where would they take her? Would they keep her over there at the naval base? Would they bring her back to the city? I feel like she would end up coming back to the city.
I mean, yeah, they'd probably put her like in jail or something.
I mean, if she's getting caught as a creature, not as her.
Animal jail. I don't know.
The zoo!
We break into the zoo.
B, you're a genius!
There is not a zoo.
I know.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah.
I should have made a zoo. Fuck.
I guess it depends on what are they going to assume when they see a strange creature. Are they going to assume it just wandered on and let it off? Will they assume, like, depending on what she is, will make that more or less plausible?
Well, she went on as a spider, so it's not exactly it's not the strangest of creatures to find.
No.
I was an invisible spider.
Yes, but you're no longer invisible. That's the thing that mostly is concerning me, is that something happened for my spell to end sooner than it should have, which is why I feel like she must have been caught.
Perhaps they thought she was some kind of creature that will report back to somebody?
I
I
mean,
don't
it's
know
not
if-
good. Good.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's not uncommon for Orana to be a bit over eager when dealing with potential spies.
Well, and if it's a city of mages, who says there's not a random familiar wandering around? Perhaps she's been
question-
mistaken for that.
Still begs the question of where they would take her if she was caught. I have... Would I have an idea? Who's in charge of interrogations in this place?
Yeah, I guess the real question is,
Thought you were
would,
putting an asylum.
yeah, I guess the question is, does Tori or I have any recollection of like what they do to people who, you know, are potential spies?
Well, if someone was taken under the suspicion of being a spy, they would most likely be taken to somewhere between somewhere within the like the main citadel, seeing how that's got the most security, where they can be kept in a subterranean holding cell for whatever they decide to do with said spy.
Noted. So they just bring them back here and keep them underground for. Depends on how or what they want to do with them.
Hmm.
That is, if I'm reading you correctly. Like,
Mm-hmm.
God, I am at such a loss. Fuck.
Clearly, what we need to do is I need to build up enough of a reputation here in the capital as a performer and make my talents known. So eventually, further down the line, they'll hire me to do a show there. And then we just get in.
see, there's one problem with that: time.
Yeah, it would take time.
I would imagine she would like her
Expect my
sibling back
sister
sooner
to live as
rather
a
than-
spider for however long this takes.
I mean, I guess if she wants to.
She's gotta sleep at some point.
Oh, that's true. Oh no, and then it'll wear off.
Yeah. Unfortunately, she's not at a level where you could feasibly long rest as a creature.
Nope, that would be 16th level.
Which we are nowhere near. Maybe we could use our, I don't know, maybe we could say we found some kind of lead for this investigation that we're doing, and maybe we could go ask, what was his name? Captain Luke?
To get onto a military base? We'd have to have a pretty
No, not to the
convincing lead.
no. Again, not the military base, but no, because they wouldn't. They would come back. They bring if they were questioning people, they would bring them back to the city. They don't leave them at the. They wouldn't leave them at the naval base or
Okay.
bring them to the naval base. And I'm just trying. I'm effectively trying to just not even think. Getting in there would just be so unbelievably difficult that. Unless we know for a fact that she's in there, we should just not even really entertain the idea of trying to get in.
All right.
Because if we get caught doing
you're
that, we're
right.
screwed.
Yes, no, you're right.
But I'm saying we could maybe try and get into wherever it is I don't know, wherever they would take people for interrogations and whatnot. I imagine the watch can't be that far removed from that. Sort of situation.
So we go in there and say, hold, I'm just trying to puzzle out.
I am
what
too.
we say.
I can't come up with any idea to how to do this. Because effectively, if we at least, God, if we just knew where she was, it would be so much easier. We have no idea where she is.
That's a pretty big leap we're trying to make with
Mhm.
out a lot of information that we've been able to produce so far. A good lie should have a sprinkle of the truth in it. It makes it a little bit more plausible.
God.
Yes, other me. The blimp has already flown away. We know where it landed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's at a naval base across the river with no easy means of getting there. And invading a naval base.
Would be a great idea. Prison Break Part 2.
Yeah, exactly. Electric, we're all gonna die, Lou. Can I change spells as a wizard? How does this work? I don't know.
Like, spells in your spell book or spells that you have prepared?
Either or, I don't know.
Well, of the spells you have in your spell book, you can change any of them to prepare them after a long rest.
But I have to, like, I would have to have chosen it when I like leveled up as a spell that I learned.
Or find a spell scroll and transcribe it into your spell book.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
So
make
because
sure you.
yeah, so I didn't take sending and I don't have it as a prepared spell. I couldn't just okay, got you. Because I took
Mhm.
invisibility
That is
instead.
correct.
Okay. I'm new to wizard. I don't know.
Hey, you're good. You're good.
All right, guys. Easy solution. We just need to find.
A scroll of
This-
teleportation.
No, sending. That way.
The fuck good would teleportation do?
Yeah, we can teleport to an unknown land as we still would have no idea where she is.
Just get gate and pull me through it. Easy.
Ah, yeah, true. There you go.
Yeah, let me just find this 9th level spell
Yeah.
scroll
I know.
in this
No
low
problem.
magic setting.
At this point, let me just get wish while we're at it. Like Christ, you know.
Okay, get wish, use it to cast gate to pull me.
Really going around the wheel there.
We got it. No, better idea. Get wish.
No,
Wish for
I
a
got
boon.
it.
Easy.
We need to find a genie
Oh,
and,
Yeah.
and wish
Wish
to bring her back to us. And what are genies? Elementals. The elemental at the airship can help us.
can help us do it.
So breaking into a military base. Yeah. All right. Yeah. That's.
I'm so glad you know how my brain works.
Oh my God! What in God's name?
Perfectly valid plan.
Yeah. That's how it. That's definitely how it's gonna work.
See, that's the type of plan that K2 would come up with, and then somehow convince the party to go along with it.
Yeah. Especially our dumbasses from last campaign would have been like, "Yeah, that tracks." We would have been like, "That's totally makes sense." Well, unless anyone just happens to have a spell scroll with the sending spell on it.
Go bug lady llama. Maybe she make her hate us even more.
Yeah. Hey, so.
Or go rob a magic shop. Oh wait, low
I
magic.
mean,
Go rob a.
I was
Those
saying
don't
it's-
exist.
I was saying
Magic, high science.
it's
Go-
low magic and
Go
in a
rob a
very
genie.
regulated city.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we do have some money, so we can at least try and see if we can find a scroll. Check the magic shops.
There aren't any. Those don't exist.
Go
Oh,
steal
that's
from a
right. I
man.
forgot.
High. Yeah, it's low magic, high science.
Okay, one
Go
one
steal from our work.
one step below breaking into a military base.
Breaking into a science center.
Yes. Like, is there anybody that would be studying this sort of thing that we could acquire?
Yeah, the chosen's
What
dead.
you
You can
need.
run free.
Question for you, Mike.
I don't believe it either.
What's up, Nestor?
I don't suppose there are any NPCs that I would know personally that have been recently, like, transferred or have been in Orana as of late more often than, like, Ixara or any of the other military installations that are nearby.
If there are, you would have no way of knowing about it.
Since
You've been
there's
out of the
not.
loop. You've been out of the loop for a while.
Good to know. Okay. Figured I would ask just in case.
Yeah.
Since my sect doesn't really go publicly advertising that, hey, we're nearby.
Sorry, BRB.
It's all right. You're in a suitcase.
You're in a jar in a box.
True.
Yeah, you're in a jar in a box.
One damsel in distress, save me. Anyway,
You got yourself there. Man, this is a pickle.
I'd be fine with the breaking into a military base if we had more information to go off of.
And I'd rather not break into the military base because we don't even know if she's in there for sure, and that could just lead to more problems if we're all caught.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't want to. I don't want to sit through another court martialing.
I don't think there'd be much of a court martialing as
Straight up killing.
yeah.
There's a reason most of my file is redacted.
Yes, you're also an asylum escapee. We broke out of somewhere to try and break into somewhere. Yeah, smart.
It's also more than just court-martialed. You're also disavowed.
That too.
Yeah, you're
Amazing.
There are. I am.
Okay, Mike, I've got a question for you.
Sure.
I know I didn't go into a lot of detail in my backstory, and I probably should have, especially now that I have a map. Would I have any family or contacts through family in Orana? I'll roll for it to determine if I do or not. I'm fine with that. I was the one that didn't put it in a backstory and didn't put
Right.
enough details in, so
I'm just trying to remember everything that went into your backstory. Cause like your family has like a similar skill set to you, correct?
yeah. And it's
Yeah.
like a similar network, at least like a net. It's a big family, and we're just kind of a little bit of everywhere.
Uh huh.
And I mean, she didn't even actually know the location of everybody, but
Let's see. So, from what I can see here, it looks like your family mostly had dealings with the Western kingdoms.
yeah.
Yeah. Infiltrating and reporting on the happenings within the other Western kingdoms. So,
Yeah, so probably
Wouldn't-
not this far south.
yeah, probably not.
Cool. So, while we were sitting here grasping at straws.
Sure, yeah.
Ruby's like, I'm gonna dunk my hand into the straw dispenser and see if I find anything.
Yeah.
Let's see. We could also try going into Massa. Obviously, it was their thing, so if anything happened or if anybody was found, I'm sure they would be talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, not at like the lower levels, but
I mean, if you have an idea of where we can break into to try and figure this out,
I mean,
happy to give it a shot. I just don't know enough about the city to even try.
well, there's only really one. It would really just be like the main building would be our best bet because that's where any one of note would be. They don't really have much off-site.
They wouldn't really keep the records that unsecure, given the nature of the project.
Yeah, they wouldn't keep it.
I don't suppose you know which division might be working on this project. Inside
What-
Massa.
What? Sorry?
I don't suppose you know which divisions might be working on this Massa project.
I mean, they're never really titled within Massa. It's just there's just different groups you're assigned to whoever's heading the project, and it's just sometimes they slap funny names on things just while they're, throwing around ideas, but there's no, like... People aren't really divvied up in that way. It's just positions, and then people work for people who work for people who work for the leads, like the person that we saw at the exposition. So Horn Carver is lead enchanter.
Simply getting our hands on Horn Carver would be nigh impossible.
Yeah, no. Also, a really quick way of getting ourselves in a shitload of trouble. Horn Carver's not a small fry at all. And would very much be noticed if they were missing.
And you don't know any magic that can, like, locate her or anything?
You'd think that after all this time I would have learned
Locate
and
person.
would have picked something that would have made it easier to track down my sister when she does shit like this, but I thought she had learned her lesson and that I wouldn't need to anymore. And yet, here we are.
So this entire the entire thought process right now is, hindsight's 20/20.
Hindsight's fucking 40/40. Like, it's... So to answer your question, no.
Great.
I misplaced my faith.
So, I will point out, unlikely to find any spell scrolls in the city.
Yeah.
I should also point out, though, that it is possible, if you were to find another wizard that had that spell in their spellbook, you could also transcribe it from their spellbook into your spellbook.
Oh yeah, that is true. Spellbook theft is probably fairly common here.
So guys, we're breaking into Mesa!
You don't
Well,
even need to find a very powerful wizard, just
Not
one
even
who
actually.
might.
We can actually just break into somebody's home in the middle of the night and take it from. That would probably be actually better. Instead of breaking into Mesa, it's a lot less security.
You don't even have to think of the main spellbook, like the backup spellbook as well. I assume you guys carry backups, right?
Have those?
Backup spellbooks? I mean,
maybe
the very up there ones. I never did.
What? You're telling me that this thing that you guard with your life, you don't keep a backup or a spare of? Ever?
Nope.
Huh. That's okay.
Aside from...
Clearly, someone does not know how much money goes into spellbook manufacturing.
Shit ain't cheap, bro. Hence the reason I guard this one with my life.
Okay, so if we are going to break into somebody's house, whose house? How do we figure out what house to break into? I'm not just going to hop around from house to house hoping I'll find a spellbook in one of them.
No, that wouldn't. This much I could figure out. I will begin thinking of people I used to work with.
Okay.
Hello, random fantasy name in our internet.
Now the question is, would you know where any of these people live? Kind of sounded like you kept it to yourself quite a bit when you were working at Massa.
I mean, probably wouldn't maybe know exactly where they live, but that's at least easier to figure out when you have a name of a person. Now, this is where we go to the watch and say we're looking into these people specifically, and then find out where they live from them.
And we'll have to make that very convincing, as there was no indication that magic was involved. But I suppose we could say, but
You could always say that we have a vested interest in these individuals and need, their documentation, their, addresses, so that we may look into them further.
we could catch Kayla frantically. The problem is that we've already speculated that the
Wait,
reason
there's a much easier. We're making this way more difficult than we would need to. We could literally just
Uh-huh.
follow some. We could literally just follow somebody home
Yeah, that too.
from work. That is substantially easier. We could literally just follow somebody home from work.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like fun.
I'm in.
Always down for some light breaking and entering.
Yeah, our uniforms tell a lot about our position, so we just have to follow somebody substantial enough home. And we'd be fine.
So weirdly, Massa also does the weird ranking on the outside of the fucking uniform in big.
Yeah,
Well,
they
like-
kept the uniformity of like the military even within the like more Magitech versions of their quote unquote army, I guess. If you think about it, we're all part of the Empire and
For the record, it does make you so easy to follow. Really is a terrible idea.
Look, there's a reason why I petitioned a long time ago, and it fucking fell out of the fucking favor. More conspicuous uniforms.
well, to be fair, it's not like when you're out of the city, it's not like you're walking around like, yes, hello, this is me, my position, and everything. But within the city, it makes it a lot easier to identify each other instead of having to walk up to people constantly and being like, where do you, there's a lot of us split up across many different.
Fair.
Also makes you easier to follow home, which in our case is going to be beneficial, but feels like in the long run,
A massive
be.
security flaw.
regardless, this is semantics we don't need to be getting into. Let's go. Where do we need to go to try and follow somebody home?
I mean, we would just need to stake out nearby the Magitech quarter of the city and then just not be suspicious, which for the three of us is easy, pointing to Ruby, B, and Kit points to herself, as we are operating under different circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody asks us why we're there, we have a valid reason. It's everybody else that would need to be a little bit more
Out of sight.
sneaky. Yeah, which Casper, not a problem. I'm mainly looking at you two as I look at.
Crumb is a perfectly normal-looking human.
What? Yeah, but he's in like armor and shit. Why? It would be really just if he just standing around outside doing nothing. Looks a little sus.
Also, another note. Flight.
Another note. What? Sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
As another note, recent discovery, flight is now an option for me.
You just recently discovered this about yourself?
It's a whole thing with Dragonborn physiology.
It's enough for me.
Congratulations. Is this? Are we supposed to celebrate?
I'm just laughing because like all
Have you, like,
Malkir's
come of
really
age?
done. All Malkir's really done so far is just kind of hang out in the bar, just playing poker with whoever will play with him. So I just like to think this is like the video game equivalent of just gaining experience through mini games.
It's a shared XP pool.
Yeah.
So it goes to everybody.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of time in 7 Remake trying to play those darts.
Yeah, he's like a professional now at all the mini games in this tavern.
Good for him. I mean, the thing is, the more eyes we have out there, the better. We just need to make sure we're not seen with each other.
Yeah, we can
With the exception of the three of us.
Yeah. That's all. I didn't mean that you guys would have to stay here, so if we're all going, it's better to come up with an idea of why you're out and about now than in the heat of the moment as a guard is asking you questions.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
All right, let's rock and roll then. I think we've been wasting enough time.
Great. Your siblings definitely working on borrowed time as it is anyway.
It just gives you a look like, what the fuck?
Malkir being dramatic?
In my
That's my job.
campaign?
Casper's like, why are you stepping on my toes?
Casper is the drama.
He really is the drama.
Look, that's when you find out that Exata had a very robust theater program, despite being a military academy.
I mean, I feel like you guys would have come over to Ithaca for our theater program. The arts don't really go with the war.
What do you mean? There's a whole book written about it.
I knew you were gonna say that.
All right. So as the party goes off to go stake out Massa, is other Tori here? All right, never mind. We'll stay with the group then. All right, so a few minutes later, you find yourselves near the edge of the Massa property within the Magitech quarter. The three investigators are doing their thing. What are the three guys doing?
Shit, we didn't plan this far.
I don't know what you're talking about. We planned thoroughly on our end. It's all up to you guys now.
I had an idea, and then my train just derailed. As far as thoughts are concerned. I was like, oh fuck, do we still have to deal with the fact that we have Arthur and Athlos around as well?
They didn't come with, unless you
Okay,
wanted them
good.
to come with.
Okay,
No.
good.
Okay.
We want less
Casper,
bodies.
no.
What?
It was just so, like, instantaneous. You want them to come with? No.
No.
I want to share less of my air with people. I guess we could pass as probably Casper's bodyguards, maybe?
Yeah, but what reason would we have for being at Massa?
Well, you guys don't have to be here in front of Massa. You guys could just be maybe like outside of the Magitech quarter, chilling and watching as well. And then we're inside the quarter.
You could just be busking?
You guys can just be like 8 blocks down, just doing your own thing. We'll let you know.
Stay with
Know the exact fucking distances between places, okay? Theater of the mind, try my best.
It's the Magitech quarter, as in a quarter of the city.
Well, yeah, but I don't know where Massa's located adjacent to, like, you know, the entrance of the quarter.
It's not right next to it, that's for sure.
Well, sorry that I don't just know that, God!
I mean, we could just be busking, Casper, you know? We put on a little act, we act as the bodyguard to keep you, safe.
I could do a one-man theater performance on the street. Right outside the gates.
Yes.
Let's do it.
That won't draw the attention of the guards at all. Alright, keep it moving.
We just constantly distract the guards by being a pain in their ass.
Great plan. What could go wrong?
Gotta do it like within their field of view, but not like right there. Enough to draw curiosity, but not make them mad.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we didn't know where curiosity was.
Haha!
That's why it's enough to draw curiosity.
He shows up.
What the fuck?
Did you summon me?
Yeah, we
the
have a task
song
for
of
you.
my people.
The theater.
It's just Baby Got Back.
Baby God.
Fucking hell.
Alright, I guess... Casper, go ahead and make a performance check, while Fulcrum and Malkir make intimidation checks.
Yeah.
Sadly, I don't think we can give each other advantage by being imposing.
I can draw angry eyebrows on you.
Don't do that, please.
No, I think we should do that.
This sounds like a solid plan. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, Felcro definitely more intimidating. He's got more build on him than me.
Yeah.
You're just standing there staring at people like they're windows.
Watching the crowd is a window.
It works.
I see into your soul.
Yeah, I like to think that Felcrum is actually doing his job of like standing there, being a bouncer, stopping people from getting too close, while Malkir gets distracted by the show and is like now facing Casper instead of the other way around.
Look, as far as the build goes, Malkir does not have that much on him. He's a lanky guy.
I'm doing my solo rendition of Fiddler on the Roof. But I call it
on the
Banjo in the Sands.
Banjo in the
Sands.
The streets are made of cobblestone. I don't understand. All right. So with your 20 performance there, I'd say it's good enough to draw a crowd, and also it doesn't annoy the guards enough to make them break it up.
Yeah.
So you definitely have the guards' attention. They're just kind of like watching from the edge of the crowd, partially to make sure nothing bad happens, but partially also just because they're
Curiosity.
honestly interested in the thing
Like,
itself.
It's like we don't ever get buskers at this side of the city. What's going on?
So, yeah, you guys are doing that thing, while the girls are keeping an eye out for someone.
To avoid being like super suspicious, as so we're not just all just like three people standing here doing nothing. We'll like just occasionally maybe like question random people, not question them, that sounds really aggressive, but just ask them like, have you seen anything suspicious around in this area, this side of town lately? Yada yada yada, as we are investigators. So this is part of the job.
Alright. So just kind of drifting around, asking random people random questions while keeping an eye out for someone, whoever that someone might be. So as the as the time goes by, Kit, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Oh wait, no, I'm good at these. Right, wrong character. Other character's bad at these. I make
And
so
then
many
watch you roll
terrible.
crap.
Yeah, shut up. Screw you.
All right. Okay then. So
Yeah, I toned it down. It could have been the F word.
with your 17 perception, after waiting around for a bit, as the kind of work day comes to the end and a lot of the mass of people start leaving all at once, you kind of like look through like the sea of people, looking for anyone that you recognize and who would have the capability of such a spell. And you do notice someone that you never really talked to them directly, but they did actually work in the same department as you, Kit. This is a mage known as Clifton Cleaves.
Lifting Cleaves. In Ruby's head, and then in B's head, they will hear. Found one. And I'll give the general description of good old Clifton.
Kind of give a very subtle nod in response.
Yeah.
Now
In your
begins.
head, I'm just like, lead the way.
Now begins the not so suspicious.
I mean, at this point, would it just be better to just try and stealth and follow him?
There's also another option, and I snap my fingers and pop out ink blot.
Well, that tracks.
God, this is such a useful bird. He's just a dickhead.
Wow, twice in 2 days.
I regret this already.
No, it's still the same day. Well, you're really needy. Okay, what is it?
Okay, never mind. Keep it together, kid. It's okay. Don't kill the bird. I'll sort of point out Clifton to Inkblot and be like, I need you to follow him without being a suspicious bird, okay? Just be a bird.
Okay. What do you think a suspicious bird is?
Well, don't be so obviously like the only raven, just like following right behind him.
Got it. I'll go get my raven friends to follow with me.
Yes.
Oh, wait a second. I don't have any.
As he's saying that, I just like yeet him into the air. So it's like I don't have any.
All right. So then, I guess go ahead and make a stealth check for Inkblot.
Does he get advantage because I told him not to be suspicious?
No.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
You know, yeah, it could be worth. I could have Inkblot act like John Ralphio.
Oh God.
Okay. Stealth is Dex, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Roll 1d20 plus 2. Huh. 16.
All right, pretty good.
And to make sure this fucking bird stays on track, as we will also be kind of following, but like farther away, I will look
Mhm.
through his eyeballs and use Ruby and B as, or one of them, actually probably Ruby. B's too short. As I won't be able to see.
All right. Sounds good. So Inkblot starts following Clifton as he leaves like the square where the Massa headquarters are, and starts heading into the city. The three of you following shortly behind. Felcrum, you're probably the only one that notices the three ladies leaving. As you're kind of standing guard.
I'd at least let Malkier know. Malkier, stop dancing. They're leaving.
Malkier had like started a little shuffle unknowingly.
Yep. Follow
The banjo has an effect on people.
Yep. Follow Falcon and Casper's lead for the most part.
I'd
Casper
also,
has no idea.
I'd also kind of,
Not a clue.
I'd also get Casper's attention and like give him a nod to let him know, like nod my head towards where they are. Maybe he'll realize that they're leaving.
Not a chance. He's lost in the performance now.
Do we
Oh,
just
no.
grab it and keep moving?
He's gone native.
Lost in the sauce.
You grab one arm, I'll grab the other.
If you really want to.
I'd be ashamed to leave him behind.
Yeah, but he's caught up in the music, so. At least tap him and let him know.
Literally just like tap him a couple times on the shoulder. Bro, we gotta get moving. Come on.
I'm almost done.
You can leave them on a cliffhanger. Let's go.
Never.
You don't want to leave them wanting more?
Oh, they'll want more.
Oh my god.
Falcon just sighs.
Look, we could move him. Can't be that heavy.
What are you guys doing?
Still advocating that Falcrum grab one arm and I grab the other.
Okay.
All right, so you guys are just picking Casper up and walking away with him as he continues to perform.
Yeah,
Sure.
we're effectively gonna do the cane that yanks the performer off stage.
Uh-huh. All right, one of you can make an athletics check at advantage. Casper, if you're trying to stop this, you can make an athletics or acrobatics.
Oh.
All right.
I'm a slippery son bitch, but not that much.
So, with Malkir's help, Fulcrum just picks up Casper and starts walking away from him, walking away from the crowd. As everybody kind of like stares off in confusion and kind of starts murmuring. And Casper just continuing to try and play furiously while being held.
Yeah.
Leaving behind the banjo case and the 11 silver that was in the banjo case.
Get the money.
I've
Get
got
the
him. Go
money.
get the banjo case.
Fine, grab the
You
banjo
hear
case.
me from across the water. Get the money.
Alright, sounds good.
Falcrum's got the top half. I've got the banjo case and the legs.
I'll just sit him on my shoulders and he can keep playing while I walk through.
The crowd of people are just like, are we supposed to follow? There's just murmured confusions. The guards are like, should we stop this? I don't know. He seems fine. Is this part of the show? I don't know.
I finish playing, stand up on Falcom's shoulders, and take a bow.
Okay.
This is some really abstract performance art.
The confused crowd transitions into a confused applaud. All right. Why don't the three of you make me perception checks real quick to see if you can spot the ladies, seeing how it kind of took you a little bit to catch up. All right. Yeah. Once again, with Fulcrum, you guys are able to spot them down the road and quickly move to follow.
I'm useful.
Very well trained eyes from all that window staring.
I see everything.
All right. So, with the several degrees of separation of this mage Clifton being followed by Inkblot, being followed by the investigators, being followed by the boys, you guys make your way through the city. And you're a little surprised to find that you follow Clifton not to his home, but what looks to be a part of the riverfront that looks to be a bit more kind of colorful. A lot of people kind of like going about their business. There's kind of like a not a bazaar. It's just kind of like a lot of like street stalls, like selling food, bright lights everywhere, hanging in lanterns. And you see that Clifton goes into an establishment that
Is my man going into the red light district?
I mean, it's more than just red lights. There's lots of lights. You can see on this establishment, let's see. I don't suppose anybody speaks Goblin.
No.
Shit, you got me.
You found the language that we don't speak.
All right. Well, you can see that there is a sign out front with a very kind of crude-looking language written as this guy heads into this building.
No indication on the outside what kind of building this might be. Aside from the goblin scribbles.
Scribbles. it's like a big sign. It's not just like they like wrote into the side of the building what this establishment is. No, there's no like the sign is just like it almost looks like a piece of driftwood hammered across the doorway. So it's not like shaped to resemble whatever this is supposed to be. You do see, as you kind of catch up to Inkblot, and he says, like, he went in there. You do see, like, other people going into this establishment. It's not like he went in there alone.
Yeah.
And everybody
will-
everybody going in seems to be in a pretty good mood. And you do see a couple people coming out, who don't look as good a mood. They're not like depressed or anything, but like people going in really happy, people coming in kind of meh. I mean, coming out kind of meh.
It's like a gambling den, and people are in here losing fucking money. Is that why they're coming out? Meh.
You'll have to go in to find out.
I will snap my fingers to send Inkblock back to his pocket. Not coming in with me.
Are we about Ocean's 11, a spellbook awful guy?
Well, there's only 6 of you.
And we are nowhere near planned for that.
7 counting Inkblot.
Yeah. Wait, but we're -1 with missing.
That's why I said 6.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It would be 7 with Cat. And then 8 with Inkblot.
So we are 7. All right, we've got this. More like 6.5, as he's not really with us right now. I'll sort of just look at the girls like, I guess I'm gonna go in.
I mean, it's either that. I mean, it's either that or we wait outside for him to come back.
Who knows how
Out.
long that'll be.
Yeah. Might as well see what's going on inside and then make a plan from there.
Yeah, sounds good.
We're going in to Goblin Land.
All right. As you go into Goblin Land, as you put it, we will cut over to Cat.
Yep.
Who's actually here now.
Well, that's me.
That's
All
you.
right. So, Cat, fill you in on what's been going on with you today. So after being thrown into the box, you feel the box being put on what you can guess to be some kind of cart or carriage. And then what followed is a very long, very bumpy trip to an unknown location. After a while, you found that The vehicle that you were traveling in had come to a stop. And you were once again carried in this box. And then you kind of felt like a series of like lurching. As like the box kind of like goes to like one side. And it's almost like you feel yourself like being pulled up.
Huh. I'll just climb, so I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try and hide under the lid of the jar.
All right.
Yep. Super smart.
Yeah, super smart. And after eventually coming to rest once again, feeling yourself being picked up and carried elsewhere, and then you kind of get sat down and you don't move for a while. Anything you want to try and do while you feel the box not moving? Hello?
Oh, hello? Is my mic not working?
I didn't hear anything. I can hear
Oh.
you now.
Okay, well, I'm a spider in a jar in a box. Box stopped moving.
Yep.
So my wild shapes are only 2 hours, but I do have another one, so I'll like switch back into, I guess, a slightly different-ish spider, but
I
mostly
mean,
the
you
same.
can be the same spider.
Cool.
You
I'll
you
just
don't have to be a different animal.
before it like ends, I want to make sure that like it's like I'll re-up it, right?
Right.
I also asked when you weren't here if how long you could stay. You can also short rest while you're in your wild shapes to get them back, so you can keep wild shaping, I guess, until you have to sleep.
Okay. Cool. That's good to know. But I need to try and get out of this jar because I don't know where I'm going. But I don't. It's a jar. And I'm a spider. Can I? I don't know. I can bite. Can I bite a jar? Yeah. That's my bite sound.
I don't think your spider bite would be enough to break the jar, unfortunately.
Cool. Know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start filling the jar completely with web, so that they won't be able to see me when they open the box.
Okay. Clever. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Because you can't open a jar from inside. So I guess that's what I'm doing. And then I'll start to short rest.
All right. You do so. We'll say jar is kind of a it's a small jar. So we'll say like it takes like 40 minutes to kind of fill the area with enough web that they can't see through. And then you start to do your rest. You do get the benefits of a short rest.
Hooray.
And more time kind of passes afterwards to the point where you have to use another charge of your shape change.
Oh my gosh.
And then about an hour into your third charge of your shape change is when you hear a door open and then shut. and then you hear footsteps, and the box opens, and you hear someone say, "Oh, what the fuck?" as you feel the jar lift up out of the box. There's enough space in the web for a light to come in, so now you can kind of see everything. However, it's because you made your web thick enough that people can't see in, you also can't see out.
Okay. Does it sound like the dude that caught me originally?
It sounds like a different person. There was the dude that caught you, and then the person that that he brought you to. And this sounds like a third person.
Okay. I'm gonna go so that I'm like right near, like still hidden in the webs, but right near the top of the jar so that like when it opens, if I want to try and jump out as right away. No,
Sure.
I'm gonna hold the lid. So they squish the lid and I'm not there. Yep, that's the plan. Stick into the lid.
Okay. All right. So you're carried in the jar for a bit. You leave whatever room that they were holding you in, and you head to a different room. Well, a room that seems to be well lit. And you're sitting there on the lid, waiting for the person to open it.
Ready to pounce?
Ready to pounce. All right.
Wait.
So the you feel you can hear kind of like some muffled speaking going on, and then eventually the lid of the jar is pulled open.
How many different voices could I hear? I think
Go ahead and make a perception check at disadvantage. See if you can make out the different voices.
okay. Come on, spider. Oh wait, it's my own ones.
Okay, nice. With that, you can tell that there were 4 different voices.
Ooh.
Which well, actually no, just 3 different voices, because I guess the guy that brought the jar wouldn't really say anything. So yeah, you hear 3 different voices. You recognize 2 of them. One being the guy that caught you, the other being the person that he brought you to, and then another new person that you haven't heard before.
Hmm. Okay. I wonder if it's a good idea to try and run away from these 3 people. Probably not. The one guy who caught me seemed really strong. Okay.
So, and as you're kind of contemplating that, you feel the lid being pulled open.
Oh, if I stick.
All right. You stick to the lid. And you can see the person that opened the jar seems to look inside, and then turns the lid over in order to see you.
Yeah. I'm gonna like wave a gross spider leg.
And you can see as you come face to face with this person, at somewhere kind of deep down in your like spider primeval awareness, there's a moment of sudden fear as you are met face to face with from your perspective a giant owl face,
Oh.
before realizing that this owl is a person, an owl person.
I stop waving because I don't want him to eat me. And then I'll just turn to look at the other people.
Yep, you can see the same guy is standing there. He's none of them are wearing their civilian clothes. You can see they're all kind of wearing this like very dark kind of almost not quite skin tight, but pretty form fitting attire, almost like a uniform. And you can see the guy that initially caught you, the lieutenant that he brought you to, as well as a third guy, a tiefling that you do not recognize.
I'm gonna speak in the guy who caught me's head. I'll say, it's kind of been a while. Can I go now? They're gonna be wondering where I am. And we're too far to talk.
You see this figure doesn't look at you, and it looks up at the owl person, and he says, "Sir, it seems to be speaking to me directly." To which the owl gentleman says, "Fascinating. Hello, little one. Do you understand me?"
Maybe. In their head.
That is quite something. Now, my people here tell me that you're the familiar for a mage within the city?
Yes.
Fantastic. Who is this mage? We can contact them right now and save you the trouble of having them find your way back to them.
Oh, that's perfect. Okay, wait, out of character. I can't ask for help, but I'm low-key thinking about selling out Lady Lam. But I shouldn't. Okay, it's fine.
That's a sure way to keep her as our ally.
I know, right?
Just keep selling her out.
Yeah, just get her in trouble and then more trouble. And then, what if I just say the Chosen? They probably know that's not true. I won't do that. They work with him. I'll say, oh, their name is No, but I feel what. But I know that though. Tori, I don't know if I know that.
I don't see why you wouldn't. Just because we hadn't said it like in character, in game, I can't see how you wouldn't know.
That you used this fake name,
Yeah.
Eugenie Bark. How long have they been your fake person? I mean, I guess I probably would know because we probably know all of each other. So I was gonna give a fake one that I was like, yeah, that's a fake person that I am sometimes.
Use my fake person.
Or I can use a rando fake person that works.
How are they gonna contact a
Center
random
with
fake
us.
person?
No, at the science center with us. They
Oh.
wouldn't be fake. They would
Yeah,
be
but then
real.
but then they come get you and be like, "What the fuck? This isn't mine."
I hate spiders. Yeah, you're right. Oh my gosh. But Tori, charity. No, okay, sorry.
You're on your own.
Yeah, I'm on by myself. But I will give one of my sisters. But that could get you in trouble. That's why I'm not wanting to do that. Well, I guess if you're just not them. Okay, this is all going through my brain though. Anyway.
Uh-huh.
I'll say it's Eugenie Bark. They dropped their purple earring and they asked me to go get it back from the blimp. Blimp from the ship.
I see. This earring. Did you ever find it?
Grabbed by that guy. As I gesture with my disgusting spider legs.
Well, I'm so sorry for the misunderstanding. We will...
Did you find it?
Unfortunately, I was not there.
Oh.
Seems this is one earring your master will just have to go without. But we can contact her and get you back to her as soon as possible.
Okay.
Go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw.
Yo, I know what's coming eventually.
Oh no.
I know. You know, I'm a druid. In
Uh-huh.
theory,
You got this. Just gotta
this should go
believe.
okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's not bad.
All right.
Sorry, the DC was 32.
Yeah, it was actually.
No, the DC was 18. So you just barely made it.
Hooray! Best spider ever!
Yeah, so you do feel this presence kind of try to push its way into your mind. But you're able to repel it. Pretty it's a bit of a struggle, but you're able to get it blocked out.
I'll just say to the owl person, do I have to go back in the jar? I didn't like it in the jar. It was very boring and a long time.
No, you don't have to go back into the jar. If you like, you can stay here with me until we can contact your master.
Could I stay here not with you? Or I could just go to them. I mean, how far away did you take me? I'm sure I could get there pretty quick.
I think it would probably take you a little bit longer than you think to get there. And he'll pick up the jar cap that you're still sitting on,
Yep.
and walk over to the window, and you look out, and you can see the city down below.
Oh. I'll just wave. Hi, City. Little spider leg. Why are we up here?
Well, this is my office. So it would be kind of awkward to leave you here and for me to leave.
Did you fly here because you're a bird? Wait, is that why you want me alone so you can eat me?
Don't worry, little one. I'm not going to eat you. You're familiar after all. If I was to bite into you, you would just disappear into a
But
puff of
be
smoke.
gone. Yeah, I like it here though. Okay, okay.
Well, perhaps we can pass the time as we wait for my people to contact your master. You can tell me all about the travels that you and your master have gone on together.
Well, we've gone on a lot. But not lately. But then this cool ship thing was there and we wanted to see it, and then wait a second, I don't even know who you are.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Hemo. What is your name?
My name is Kaya.
Well, it is nice to meet you, Kaya.
Are we gonna make a deal? Am I your familiar now too?
I wasn't aware familiars could have multiple masters.
Oh, you're right. That doesn't make sense. I'm gonna get this.
Well, do you tell Hemo about the travels you and your sister have gone on?
I just make up silly stories.
All right.
I've been spending some time with Casper, so I'm sure I'm okay at it.
Okay, go ahead and make a deception check.
Cool. Deception, huh?
Mhm.
Not performance?
You know what? He's looking to be entertained. I'll say I'll give you performance.
Hooray! Roll high! Hey!
All right. The time goes by very quickly as he is very attentive to the random stories that you come up with on the spot.
Yes.
And with you safely away in this Birdman's keep, we'll jump back to the other group.
Goblin hidey hole. Oh, my food just got here. Give me 1 second. Can we just take like a 5-minute break?
Why don't I just like? Do you still have your headset on? I can describe it as you go to get your food.
No, I have to take my headset off and they're ringing the doorbell.
Okay. Well, we'll just give her a minute then.
I have a question.
Sure.
Because you told me and I forgot. How many wild shape do I have before I would have to short rest again?
So this is about halfway through.
The second one of after a short rest.
No, this is halfway through the first one.
Okay, cool.
Third
cool.
one of the day, first one since the short rest.
Got it.
So you have about 3 hours of animal time remaining.
Okay. Because I don't want to randomly not be an animal anymore. That would be...
That would be really awkward. Just in
Yeah.
the middle of telling a story, suddenly a woman appeared.
Yeah. Then I think I'd be in trouble. Because I'm totally not already in trouble.
Nope, not even a little bit.
Going better than I thought it would.
This is going
I'm
fine.
making a friend with the top dog, okay? It's brilliant.
Top owl.
Right, top owl. And his name was Haro?
I believe I said Hemo? Hemo, yeah.
Hemo, that's it. I was like, wait, what was it? Because I meant to write it down and then I didn't immediately.
He's kind of a big hoot.
But
If he's a top owl, does that make him a towel?
Oof.
A tapowl.
I'm gonna put head guard guy in tower. No, above city.
I was trying to figure like head guard guy. He doesn't have any head guard on.
Oh. Well, maybe he should. Are spiders venomous? No, I can't murder him with a single bite. Oh, they are poisonous, but it's a D4.
Yeah, not a lot.
Obviously, he only has 1 health. Oh, it's a D4 on a DC 9 con save? Bring it on.
I'm back.
Okay. So, as the party walks into this establishment, You guys guessed pretty well. It does seem to be a gambling house. A very seedy-looking gambling house. Lots of games going on here. Dice games, card games. You can see a crowd all kind of cheering on something at like the far end. And you can see that all of the different tables and whatnot, all the different games are run by goblins.
Someone go get Malkir. His time has come.
His time has come.
Side.
The moment he's been waiting
Malkir.
for.
All the training.
Yep. It's all led up to this. His Rocky montage of work of all that time spent in the tavern, all those mini games.
This is it.
God damn it.
Like Malkir, we need you.
Be like, fuck. Be like, damn, he was on a training arc.
Yep. Your Naruto training arc.
Little did we know.
Mm.
Can we see what table Clifton has joined?
Yeah, I would say amidst all the chaos, you can definitely see him off to one side at a what looks to be a say it's he's currently playing a dice game.
He's in a heated couple of rounds of like liar's dice or something.
Well, now what?
The guys were farther behind us, right? Like, they're not. Are they here with us yet? Or.
It depends on whether you waited for them.
I think we probably would have waited for them to catch
Yeah,
up once we
yeah.
saw where
We
he was going.
would've.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought too.
If not, they would not have known where we went, so.
To be fair, it's not hard to miss us. We're carrying a Casper.
You guys carried him the whole way.
He probably let them, to be honest.
No, I told you he's sitting on my shoulders.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
Casper's like, my god, the view up here. It's amazing.
Oh, this way
This
he
is
can
what it's
still
like
play
to
if
be
he wants
boss.
to.
Yeah, the view up here is amazing. It's me. I'm the view.
He just happens to be passing every mirror on the way over.
Suddenly got heavy with all that ego I'm carrying now.
Oh, it wouldn't be sudden.
I know, but it's getting heavier and heavier.
With every window you pass.
Alright, should we spread out and kill some time until we see Clifton leave? Or kill some time so it doesn't look odd that we walk out?
Yeah.
The gambling arc has begun.
It's up to y'all.
Leave it. Gambling without greed doesn't make sense.
I know, it's weird.
Unfortunate.
Or
Fair.
does it make perfect sense that you must you must
right,
go
I'm
into
not-
the den of greed in order to find greed?
Whoa! Get greed back by being
Deep.
greedy. Or because I'm not there to be greedy for all of us, everyone has to be greedy.
I will give Malkir also so he knows who to maybe focus on, I guess. Good old Clifton. Make him lose all his money so he leaves here faster.
Is there also drinking happening in this gambling den, or is it just gambling?
There is also drinking.
I was gonna say, if there's no drinking, this would be a really piss poor gambling spot.
Couldn't find out it's a completely dry gambling den.
Ugh.
Ew, disgusting.
Ew.
That's where I'm gonna go post up.
That's why everybody's pissed. There's no alcohol involved.
All right. So Ruby goes to the bar.
I go to the bar.
B goes to the bar.
Sorry, I'm chewing on a fried wonton. It's very crunchy, but I go to the bar too.
Yeah, I'll go to the
All
bar
right.
as well.
What happened to
Alright.
spreading out?
I go to a table.
I go to the other end of the bar.
Actually, I'm gonna go with Malk here.
Well, that's fair
Alright.
because there's some telepathy involved with this. We gotta be able to communicate.
Oh no.
I mean, you did say it's the gambling arc, and this fits right in.
Look, the best way to communicate amongst a party inside a gambling den? Telepathy.
Excuse me, I'm going to go be a distraction as arm candy. That's it.
You're gonna be Cliff's arm candy?
No, I'm gonna be yours. Why would I just walk up to a random dude and be like, yo? We're trying to distract him, not trying to distract you.
So the general consensus is you want me to join the table so he can lose all his money. That's the plan we're going with here?
I guess.
That or get him so far in the hole that eventually maybe he'll just wager his spellbook.
Pretty far in the hole.
Alright, so I guess it's gonna be an intense couple of rounds of whatever the fuck we're playing.
All right. So,
You had to pick the one gaming set I was not proficient in, Mike.
I mean, you don't have to join him now if you don't want to. He might switch game.
That is true. That is true. I will join him on a game that I am more familiar with.
Yeah, it's not a not a fun gambling night if you just sit at the same table all night. That's every once in a while you get a dead table, if you will. You gotta mix it up.
I don't know, man. Slot machines have always kept me well occupied in a casino.
Well, that's a slot machine though. Like you're just throwing your money away there.
Yeah, but all the pretty lights.
Sure.
I'm a target audience for slot machines. Why I don't gamble anymore.
Yikes. All right. So, you guys get your various drinks and kind of just hang out, watching the gambling, not actually partaking yourselves, for a little bit. You notice that in addition to cards and dice, there's also like a roulette wheel, as well as that crowd at the far end. As you guys, just kind of walking around, hovering a bit, you can see that at the far end is a what looks to be a fighting ring, where currently there is a fight going on between a scorpion and a snapping turtle.
My bet's on the snapping turtle.
Are you actually betting on the snapping turtle?
No, this is just Tori, because snapping turtles are mean.
All right. After a while, you would see that Clifton would get up from the dice table and move over to one of the cards tables where they're playing poker. Is that something that Malkir would want to get in on?
We'll never know.
We'll never know. I thought he was back because he dropped off and then came back. Oh, he just dropped out of Roll20.
Yeah, I was about to say we lost someone to roll 20.
Oh.
Oh, now he's muted and
Oh.
deafened.
This is going great. This is where you find out that Malkir actually doesn't gamble for money because he has a huge gambling addiction, and you're trying to. And he's like, "Well, you play cards all the time." Yeah, for fun. I can't go back.
Yeah, we blue screens 1 minute.
There it is.
Annoyingly.
Who's winning, the turtle or the scorpion?
Well, it's a little touch and go there for a little bit, but seeing how the scorpion can't figure out why its stinger can't get through the tortoise's shell, the snapping tortoise does actually end up winning the fight.
Heck yeah, good job, turtle. Fuck that bitch up.
The fuck is this in reference to?
There was a fight.
This is an animal fight going on at the gambling ring between a snapping turtle and a scorpion. The snapping turtle won.
Gotta go back
That
with me
feels
as
like a
an
very-
animal. I can win.
It feels like a very one-sided fight.
Well, I mean, if the scorpion wasn't such a dumbass, he'd have a better shot.
When in doubt, folks, invest in an SSD.
Always.
Well, after the snapping turtle bit a good chunk out of the scorpion, killing it, the next round of animal fights would start to get prepared.
Who's up next?
What's next? Let me just look here. Oh, hold on.
Come to find out, it's gonna be 5 squirrels versus a raccoon.
The squirrels win.
Alright. You would see what looks to be a a long snake, like a cobra that gets put into the ring, and then you see what looks to be trying to decide what it would be. Fuck it. You see someone like pulls out like a bag, like a like a cloth like burlap bag, and they just kind of like hold the bag open and shake it, and you see what looks to just be like a bunch of bones fall out, and then suddenly the bones kind of like snap together as a skeleton rat.
Oh.
So
Is that
we got
allowed? That thing's already dead.
Missed opportunity
you.
for dry bones. Smart.
You not familiar with the rules of this goblin fighting ring, apparently.
True, it's a good point.
Yeah. Still scummy though. That cobra's probably like, what the fuck?
Once the fight starts back up, I want to take my drink, and I just want to go try and do some pickpocketing.
Okay. Sure. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check. All right. Everybody seems to be pretty distracted with the fight. You're able to pickpocket 7 gold.
Ooh. Hey.
Rich.
Listen, a couple days ago, that would have been everything to this group.
Like 7 gold.
Oh my god, we can eat.
Anything we get at this point is just profit.
All right. How's it going there, Nestor? Are you
We have Roll20 open at least.
okay? So are you going to join the
I will
Join
join
the
him
game?
at a game that I am more familiar with.
All right. Well, he left the dice and moved over to a poker table.
That is definitely more my speed. I will join him there.
Okay. So you take a seat at the poker table. You can see that the goblin dealer he asked for you to put in the amount of money you would want to gamble with.
There's apparently no minimum buy-in.
The minimum buy-in would be 5 gold.
All right, let's go for an even 15.
All right. So you put your 15 gold out on the table. In addition to Clifton being there, you also see what looks to be a half-elf gentleman, a gnome, and what looks to be, we'll say, at first glance, you actually thought it was just like a decorative statue next to the table. Before the statue moves, and you realize he's an Earth Ganassi. Yes.
Okay. Fairly diverse table.
So, are you just playing normally, or are you going to try and cheat, or I don't know, intimidate people in the folding? Well, what's your strat here?
We're gonna play somewhat normally, but rely a bit more on intimidation and bluffing.
All right. Go ahead and just make me either a deception or intimidation check, whichever one you would like to. All right.
It's a good thing I can only roll a minimum of 8.
Okay, so that's a 15. Got it. So, few rounds go by, and with your natural predilection towards lying, bluffing for the poker game is not very hard for you. Sometimes the people that you're playing against, they fold a little too early than what you would want them to. Try to milk them for as much as possible. Through these few first rounds, you can tell that Clifton, he kind of, you get the feeling that he's kind of like a desperate gamer, where he'll he bets
He's
big.
in it for the money.
What's that?
He's very much in this for the big risk and high reward
Yeah.
sort of plays.
Like you could he hasn't figured out like the minutia of the game, where like you can always tell when he has like a good hand, because like he always like bets a lot when he has a good hand. He hasn't figured out the art of bluffing yet, so you can always.
Okay, so he's got some pretty obvious tells.
Yeah, he's got some pretty obvious tells. The gnome doesn't really seem to be paying attention too much, as they're kind of like slipping in and out of their gnomish, as they're talking about some crazy bender that they had gone on, like in between drinks. The half elf, they're slightly more accomplished of a player. However, whenever you kind of like dip more towards the intimidation side of things, you do notice that they do have a reaction to that. So you think maybe the half elf might be a little spineless. The Earth Ganassi, you're just not getting anything from, as he is quite literally stone-faced.
Stone-faced.
Go ahead and make another deception check for me. All right, much better. With that, you're able to clean out the gnome, so the gnome ends up having to leave the table because he's got no money left. The half elf still kind of hanging on, but they've lost a good bit of money. Clifton is also hanging on a little bit, seeing how with his easy tells, you're able to always kind of like go with the flow, know when to screw him over. The Earth Ganassi's won a couple rounds, but hasn't really broken into your pile yet. Go ahead and make another deception check for me. All right. With that, the half elf leaves the table. You start to kind of break through the facade that the Earth Ganassi has, and he's getting low on money as well. And Clifton's looking like he's on the edge. You can see that he's like his pile of gold keeps on getting diminished, and then he puts more money on the table. But you get the sense as like he keeps putting less and less money on the table that he might be running out here pretty soon.
This man comes in with like payday, expecting to make more, and is slowly getting cleaned out.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and make me another deception check. All right. The
Not great,
Earth,
but not terrible.
yeah, not terrible. For the next couple of hands, the Earth Ganassi makes a few good hands as well. But it is at this time that Clifton does seem cleaned out for the most part. And you can see that he kind of like has a look on his face like he wants to keep playing, but he's completely out of money.
I will. Once the Genassi's off the table, I'll make him a proposition for a more interesting bet.
Well, the Earth Ganassi's not off the table. The Earth Ganassi's still there.
Yeah. Basically, once we've gotten the Earth Ganassi away from this play, or cleaned him out.
Well, I'm telling you that Clifton, he looks like he's about to leave the table. He just hasn't left yet. So if you want to make a move, now's the time. Unless you want to come at him from a different angle.
I guess I'll proposition a more risky bet. The offer his spellbook in exchange for the...
All right. Are you trying to goad him into doing this, or just persuade him into doing it?
We'll go persuasion.
All right. Then go ahead and roll persuasion.
E.
All right.
Thank God for forked tongue.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So that is a 15 as well. All right. I'll roll for Clifton.
If we can't get him here, we can at least get him when he leaves the table. Since we've effectively cleaned him out.
Okay. Yeah, with that, he's able to, you're able to convince him to put his spellbook on the line.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and roll another deception check for me to see how well you do for this next round while the spellbook is in question.
Okay. God damn it, I hope. Don't fuck me, Gil. You fucked me, Gil. 15.
Is this for like the play while the spellbook is like in his bet?
Yeah, he has put the spellbook on the table, and the spellbook is now his kind of buy-in for this hand, basically.
Okay. I would also like to then detect thoughts on Clifton, since he appears to have a terrible bluff. Maybe he won't be so careful with his thoughts either.
Okay.
Basically, for this hand, you're gonna detect thoughts on this motherfucker?
Yeah.
Sure.
Hopefully, swayed my play into a more favorable position.
I mean, I can just I can telepathically sort of pass you along any hints that I maybe pick up. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right. With your, are you going deep or are you just doing surface level?
I think just surface level. Do I get anything if I surface level?
Yeah. Like
Okay.
with surface level, you can see that he is well. First of all, he's actually seems to be in a pretty good mood, even though he's lost all the money that he's come here for.
So he's a crippling gambling addict.
He like even though he's putting his spell book on the line, he is 100% like under the understanding that he just needs to like believe that
Believe in
like,
the heart of the cards.
I wasn't gonna say the heart of the cards, but he's just that he has to believe that his luck is about to change. He just needs to want it more, and so he really wants to win right now.
Trying to go with just sheer willpower to win at poker.
Yep,
Nice
that's
icon.
that's
That's
a
a mood.
He's having his shonen anime protagonist moments.
I want to befriend this guy.
Yeah, Josh saw it. All right. And with the natural one that I rolled, you win the pot
And the book.
and the book.
Natural one.
Yeah, I rolled on that one.
That's what happens, Clifton.
Yep, Clifton is real dejected as he has lost really the thing that makes him a person. He is a wizard now without a spellbook.
He's gonna go back to work, being like, "Sorry guys, it was a rough night last night."
Yeah, and you see that Clifton just kind of like in a daze turns around and leaves as he has lost it all. Quite literally.
This man fucked around and found out.
He found out real hard.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's
With
so
that
funny.
being the more impressive wins of the night, Malkir will, with a wide smirk on his face, leave the table with his winnings and the book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead and roll me 4d20.
Come to find out, he didn't make that much.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Ooh!
Right. You make 54 gold.
I'll take it.
My god, a couple days ago, guys, we would have been so ecstatic coming out of this place. What did we think of gambling when we were, like, with little, small amounts of money? Bad at being people.
We had such a small amount of money.
Yeah, but we just had to be like Clifton. And believe we could turn our 3 gold into 300.
I didn't even have 3 gold!
The funny thing
Maybe
is,
if you
the
rub them
spellbook
together enough, they'll start to reproduce.
Yeah.
To be fair, the spellbook is probably worth more than the gold.
All I had to do to get more money was tell my sister that my 1 silver was lonely.
And go swimming in a fountain.
Oh yeah, I did that too, didn't I?
Yeah.
I would do that no matter
You
how much money I had.
Stole people's wishes. Worth it.
Yeah.
I gotta go back there, bring me.
Yep.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do here at this seedy goblin casino?
Mission has surprisingly been accomplished. I was not
Yeah.
expecting that.
I'm not gonna lie, this went a lot smoother than I thought it was going to go.
Well, you rolled well.
And also, Clifton rolled like ass.
Yep.
To be fair, we also had Forked Tongue to help me.
Yeah, that
Every roll
definitely.
a minimum of an 8.
You had your moment. We put our trust in you, and it was not for naught. No, I don't think so. It's gonna be
I'm just
really.
I'm over at a table just talking to people.
Okay.
Oh no! Oh no!
He's being
that
person. He's being that guy.
And I am not Casper. Instead, I'm Brian Westcott, and I'm here to sell some real estate property.
I knew it. The fucking real estate thing again. Damn.
All right.
Sell that prime Sarnathi real estate.
Sure. Yeah, you catch the interest of a couple people, who they like living in the city, but they've always wanted to
You've always wanted a summer home.
kind of move out to the country to start something, build a house.
A couple of them are like, I could get away from some gambling debts.
Yeah, it's a good time to have like a backup place to go to in case someone's trying to break your knees.
And it's outside of the Empire.
Wow. So they really have to come looking for us.
Exactly.
How much is this land sale?
Well, it's about an acre of land. And over in Sarnath, it runs actually fairly cheap for the land. It's only about 500 gold an acre.
Oh, that's a lot of gold.
It is. But it's really beautiful. And you can buy a smaller portion of it, too. An acre is a huge chunk of land. If you're not planning on farming or anything, it's, a lot of space for a house.
Okay. Yeah, it is a lot of land. I don't really know if I have that much money just lying around, though. Especially after tonight.
True, it is. This place does tend to take money. Well, if you want to start with a smaller portion, for now, we can. And you can always buy more in the future. And just hope that the land prices don't go up.
Okay, so
Asking them to get on the ground floor.
what's a smaller portion then?
Well, you can buy half of the acre, you can buy a quarter of the acre, you can buy a fifth of the acre. Thankfully, it's easy math.
We're asking a bunch of gambling addicts to be good at math.
There's a lot of math that goes into gambling.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like a quarter acre, it'd be like 125 gold?
Yeah.
Alright.
And that's still a really good chunk of land.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check. Yeah, with that, they say, you know what? I like a quarter acre. That's not too crazy. Like that's enough to build a house on.
It's more land than you would get here for owning a house.
Exactly.
Probably a lot cheaper too.
So like, how does the payment work? I just give you money, or
yeah? Well, I own the land, so you just pay me, and then it's yours.
Okay. Is there like a deed or something?
Yes, there is actually. Thankfully, I brought it with me. And I will pull out the deed that I've been working on for years.
Okay.
That is 100% fake.
Yep. Of course it is.
No, just sign here, and it's yours. Let me write in the amount really quick. Since, prices fluctuate and the amount changes.
All right. So you give him a deed for a quarter acre for 125 gold, and they sign it and hand over a reasonably sized bag of gold to you.
Yay! And I give them a smile, wish them a good day, and go to the bar.
All right. You leave them to their new purchase here. And as you make your way to the bar, you are stopped by a pair of bugbears.
Oh no.
Come to find out, doing business inside the gambling den is frowned upon.
I side eye the bugbears.
Gentlemen. Ladies.
And then you hear a very loud sound coming from your knees as there is a very fancily dressed looking goblin that just starts screaming and swearing at you in goblin.
And Hero was thinking they were taking a baseball bat to his knees.
just
Would have
in
been
the
funny.
middle. Yeah. He continues to scream at you in this language that you don't understand for a good few minutes, enough to draw the attention of everybody. Like, what the fuck is going on? And then the two bugbears go to start pushing you out towards the front door. Do you resist?
Yeah, I'll go out.
All right. Yeah, they push you out the front door, and the goblin who's been screaming in goblin the entire time continues to scream at you for another minute, ending its screaming with a "and your mother" before going inside.
Wow.
All right.
Dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow.
You get
dishonor
the
on your
sense you're
mother.
not welcome at this establishment.
Yeah.
Good thing you can just turn around and
I'll,
walk back into someone else.
Yeah, I'll just hang out for like 5 minutes, do a quick change of clothes, change back into myself, and go back in.
All right.
While
sounds
he's
good.
out there, I'll buy him a drink and put it next to me.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you head back in.
I will inform through various means Fulcrum, B, and you. Well, Flair, I'll probably just tell outright because I know she doesn't like the telepathic speaking.
Can you speak up a little bit, Nestor? I'm having a hard time hearing you.
There we go. Better?
Yeah, much
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. Let Fulcrum, Casper, and Brain B know through telepathic messaging that we got the book. And feel free to loop Flair in on the news.
I will do so.
We get out of here then. Maybe one more drink.
Are the drinks good? Or are they
Yeah.
like subpar?
Well, there's like a very kind of piss poor ale, which is nice and cheap, and it's I mean it's what you get, it's what you pay for. There's also like a special cocktail that they serve here as well. Called a hobnobber.
Is it good?
Well, it's 5 gold.
Oh, it's expensive. It better be good.
I mean, you just made 7, so you're good.
I mean, there's
Yeah.
no question. Ruby absolutely has ordered one.
Yeah. So yeah, you put your 5 gold down and you try the hobnobber. It is it's kind of like a smoky, creamy tasting cocktail that honestly has no business being as good as it is. It does not look good. It looks awful looking. But when you actually try it, it's that weird mix of smoke and cream actually tastes pretty good.
How long about were we here?
Well, it takes time to clean somebody out at a poker table. So I'd say it's been about I'd say about like an hour and a half.
Trying to decide how many of these I've had in the last hour and a half. I'm gonna go with 3 total.
All right.
So I'll take
Mark.
another 10 gold off that.
Yeah. Sounds good.
I just like saw the look of it and I was like, no, I'm not drinking.
Pretty good.
I don't believe you.
Looks on everything.
True.
You get it and you hate it. I'll drink it.
You know what? Fine. I'll take 5 gold off.
Okay. It is actually pretty good.
Well, fuck. Alright.
All right. Anything else the party wants to do before they leave the establishment?
Not for me.
No, I'm good.
Alrighty.
Let's go.
Yeah. Once we've left, that will pass the spellbook off to the one who can actually read it.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, you have the spellbook now.
Woo! I guess I'll just kind of flip through it on our way back to the turkey.
Sure. It does have the spell that you were looking for. I do not have a list of the other spells in
That's
the
okay.
spellbook.
At the moment, I just care about sending, so the rest of it doesn't matter at this time.
Sounds
Look, whatever else
You
you
get
don't
that to
have in
me.
there.
You get that to me when you can, but for now, I need a sending.
Alrighty.
Yeah, whatever else is in there is just a bonus.
Yep, pretty much. Not that I'm like super ecstatic about more spells. Now I know how Taylor felt, but but yes, I will do the business of putting sending into my own book once we get back.
All right. It takes 6 hours and 150 gold.
Thank God I have money now.
That's a long time, though.
That is a very long time. So, you guys get back to the inn, and about an hour into your transcribing process, Kit, Ruby, you're probably hanging out in the actual tavern area, right?
Yeah.
You would see, someone come in, look around the tavern, and make a beeline right for you.
Do I recognize this person or what this person might be wearing?
You do recognize this person. They are wearing the uniform of the City Watch. I don't think you ever got this person's name, though. You would just know that they are one of the people that works directly underneath Captain Luke.
Okay.
And they walk up to you, and they say, "The captain would like to speak with you."
Sure.
He also requests that you bring your investigator, and they take out a notebook, Eugenie.
Of course. Let me just go upstairs and get her. And I'll dash upstairs real quick to Kit's room and slip inside.
I'm just like furiously writing, and I'm like, go away.
I don't want to interrupt, but someone from the guard has come looking for you and me. As Flair and Eugenie, Captain Luke wants to talk to us.
I'm busy. Why? Wait, you and me? What about? Wait, who's B again? I don't even remember.
So,
I have it written down, but
Her name is
Zoe.
yeah. Kit looks at her own notes. Zoe. Just like the guy downstairs.
Not sure. He just asked for you and me.
Where is B?
Probably just chilling. At the bar still.
Yeah, so you would have also seen this interaction between this uniformed City Watch person and Ruby.
Yeah, just kind of like have an eyebrow raised about it.
I don't like where this is going. I'm going to. Yeah, Kit's go. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not. No, it's way too risky. I'm going to put the bag like under the bed in the corner somewhere. Put all the shit that I was dealing with away in the bag as well. And then when we go downstairs, I will telepathically tell B where the bag is and that she is once again obligated to defend it with her life and not let anybody else touch it.
In your head, I'm just like, can do, buckaroo.
And I guess once again, the never teas continue on the tradition. And now it's Flair and Eugenie's turn.
Let's go.
Woo! This can't possibly go poorly.
All right. And as Flair and Eugenie head off with this city watch person to go meet with Captain Luke, I think that's a good time to end it tonight.
Ooh.
Sounds good. So I will end the stream here. So thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you next week.
Good night.
Right.
Not.